Pozdrav svima, my name is Otto, welcome to my channel. We are in the world of Warships and this is my Sims gameplay. I had some time to play with this ship and learn more about it and more about the tactics and how to use it properly. So I think I have some better information to share with you about how does the Sims perform. And also this is a second video in the series. I did the one on the Gremlin just before this video. So about the Sims, maybe the hardest lesson that I had to learn about the ship is stay away from the enemy fire. I wanted to play it really aggressively because I don't know, I just had that feeling that I'm supposed to do that. And although you are supposed to be up front spotting and engaging the enemy, you are not supposed to be the primary target. This thing has paper thin armor and almost anything will critically destroy you. Your turrets are very weak, and also coming close to the enemy destroyers, especially the Japanese in the Japanese torpedo ranges within 5 kilometers in these channels, is a recipe for the disaster. Also, this is a fast maneuverable ship, and you need to be of good concentration, know what you're going to do, and it takes a lot more skill to play this ship effectively, a lot more than it is to play the Gremlin, and a lot more than it is to play like the battleships and stuff that is more slower in nature and a bit, I guess, more relaxing. As you will see in this gameplay, anything can happen, and it will happen with catastrophic consequences usually for you. Sometimes there's no way to react to it. You will see the replay and you can make your own judgment about how it went, but no matter how much you think that you're staying back and you are now safe and you're playing smart, still you just gonna get unlucky sometimes. We have an enemy cruiser that for some reason decided to do the suicide, and he was probably chasing one of our destroyers, but as you will quickly see, we all saw him turn around and completely annihilated his ass. I'm using the AP shells here. Please note that, yeah, critical, straight for the engines. I'm trying to hit the middle of the ship, always with the AP shells. Right around the bottom line. The channel filled up with the destroyers, which is not surprising. They were going behind the cruiser and thinking that the cruiser will attract most of the fire, and so the destroyers can deliver their damage without fearing the retribution. Well, oh no, that's another. Okay, that's another cruiser. They had some kind of a plan for this channel, but I don't think they executed it very correctly. In the lower left corner, I hope you noticed that I actually turned my ship completely around while still being zoomed onto the target. This is the Sims specialty, and I hightailed it out because I was getting shot at and I have no armor for this thing. So I managed to pop the smoke and get out of here. Now they just keep coming and coming from this channel, and we just keep sinking them and sinking them. If you don't have access to the closed beta, you can just watch my mouse and how much it takes to correctly lead the target. He's currently invisible because he's inside the smoke, but soon he will pop out again. This is the enemy Gremlin or the Gremiashi. As I mentioned in my previous video, I have the ship, his turrets turn slowly, so he needs to drive straight and through in order to effectively shoot. And look at this, point blank range enemy destroyer out of nowhere. This is the stuff of nightmares, and I can die so quickly and I kept watching him to see if he did the same as me, and only now did I notice his torpedoes. I hit the brakes as hard as I could, and I managed to miss those torpedoes by an inch. This could have gone either way. So this is what I was talking about, and look at this again. No. How about some time to relax now? Okay guys, I could have been sunk twice in 15 seconds now. And this is the reality of the destroyer gameplay. You're gonna get boned time after time, and it can be frustrating sometimes. This is perhaps the destroyer gameplay is not for everybody, and the American destroyer gameplay is harder than others. Enemy Grem, or basically what this video is about: Gremlin versus the Sims. Well, I have that ship, and I know what are his weaknesses, and he made one giant mistake coming in here. See, I saved my torpedoes for the close range because I wanted to make sure I sink him, and hear that, I also hit him with my torpedoes. So Sims is a dangerous opponent for the destroyers. It's basically the top destroyer killer in the game that I know of. Like all basically American destroyers, they hunt other destroyers and sink them. And also they're good for capping. But other than that, they're not good at destroying enemy battleships or cruisers. Basically you should be mostly afraid of enemy cruisers. You have no armor, and Sims is a relatively big target. A lot of hits end up in your turrets. They get destroyed, and then you have nothing to shoot with. Going closer to this enemy battleship, you will notice he starts firing with his secondary guns. Secondary guns on battleships are AI controlled. They fire HE, depending on the size, there's a rule somewhere. So going close to them can be dangerous. Doesn't matter if the player controlling the ship has noticed you or not, the AI guns will still destroy you really quickly. Just showing you how basically bad the anti-aircraft cannons are on the Sims. Or this little scout plane is really hard to hit. Not really sure. There are rumors that the anti-aircraft guns will be balanced in the future. So only thing left here to sink is the enemy carrier. And the thing about the carriers is that if they are on fire, they cannot launch or receive the planes. So basically they are dead in the water. And so that is why I'm using the number 1 HE shells. Make sure that he stays on fire and basically he's defenseless. You can see the Sims land pretty good sniper, let's call it sniper coverage from far away. It has one of the best ranges, if not the best, of all destroyers that I've heard of in this tier. And some of the aircraft carriers in the game have secondary guns that can sink the approaching destroyer. I'm not sure which, but I remember being sunk by one. I thought they had nothing, but as it turns out they do. So don't make the same mistake as me. Here you can see the results. Check the numbers. The experience has the daily 50% bonus included. That's why it looks bigger than it really is. This was a relatively good game for me, and I really hope this was in some way or form helpful to you to decide if you want the Sims or the Gremlin. Again, I still recommend for the average player to take the Gremlin. I hope this was useful for you. That's all from me, guys. Automoto out.